Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the pod of the cast. Okay. Um, Hold on. Okay. Get it set. Bow, get it. Um, y'all like my workout fit? It's from Target. It's from Target. I love these leggings because they suck in that foomp, that underbelly. I found out that that it's actually not a foompa. I got an apron belly, but I really like calling it a foompa. So I'm really disappointed that I have to change the name. Uh, because why can't it be a foompa? Let it be called a foompa. I don't like the term apron belly. Like it's so rude. It's so disrespectful. But I love this top because I don't have to wear a bra. Okay. Um, and all the things. But I wanted to. Last episode, we talked about Stepdaddy season, the season of Stepdaddy, and I told you, I said this is preparation season. So we have not fully entered Stepdaddy season. I don't think Stepdaddy season will even begin until fall. Ain't nobody trying to get booed up or meet a boo and all the things in the summer. We're about to hit summer solstice. Why would I want that to happen? So, anyways, preparation. So, I wanted to start off by getting me some good old bras, okay? Because if y'all see, I wear a lot of sports bras. Like I give stud. I'ma take your bitch, okay? Yeah. And so I got me some. So I got me some bras, okay? Listen, I told y'all our backs was big. You see how big my back is? A 40. But I had tried bras on when I was pregnant and I was a 38. I used to be a 36. The back just keeps getting wider and wider and wider. Okay, bras cost a lot. Bras don't be trying to go up to 42 and 43s. I don't know 43s, but they don't be trying to keep going up. Honey, I had to search high and low. The color that I wanted didn't have the size that I needed. So I had to settle. And so as you see, the back is getting big, okay? And the bras, when we wear sports bras, I've been wearing sports bras for like for sure the last 5 years. A sports bra doesn't tell you how big your back is because it's elastic. It expands. It grows. It grows with you. you know. A sports bra gonna tell you how big that gut is more than it's gonna tell you about that back. So I had to get me some good bras because you know what? If I'm really gonna be intentional about really dating somebody and really being serious in a commitment with someone, I gotta look like I got it together. I gotta look like I like boys, right? If I had a thing on the side, papa, make you cry, do do do. Rules change up, or will they still apply? Do do do. If I raise you like a toy, sometimes I wish I did act like a boy. Will you get it mad? Would you mad? Can't handle that. Look how much my bra was. Why you getting mad? You mad? Can't handle that. Honey, I don't spend a lot of money on clothes. You're not gonna see me buying $30 clothes. Designer, bitch. I won't pay 30. Okay, I am a queen clearance rack. But these weren't even on a clearance rack, honey. This was in a regular section. I just saw a yellow tag. Okay, and they all $10. So I know I'm not gonna post this by the time y'all get to it. I'm trying, y'all. Editing takes longer than I expected. Because I be rewinding, watching, rewinding again. Like, I'm really into my own content. And no, it's not narcissism. It's a little bit of self-centeredness. Self-obsession. I don't know. But look how cute. So I needed something to bring the yitties up. You know, just a little something. Not too much. Very practical. Oh, I don't know where my other ones are, but I got me something to go to sleep in. Get it sexy. I get it sexy. I get it sexy. I get it sexy. Boy, you know this ass super fit. Let me when I thought that should be. He wanna run me all over my head. I so sexy. I went working out today. And things. It's day 2 of not smoking. I did try to cave in and failed miserably because when I got there, honey, they was cleaned out. I was like, God damn, you look like y'all closing the way it was empty. But I'm grateful. Lord, I'm truly grateful. Okay? Because, hold on, I wanted to show y'all something else. Oh, my podcast is so ghetto. It's so ghetto. It's so ghetto. Fabulous. Okay. I wanted to show y'all these two. Back it up, girl. Back it up, girl. Back it up, girl. Yeah. Okay. Make her think about, ooh, this is how she look if I propose. If I propose, she gonna have this on. Period. Again, I say, look at the prices. All right. And then I got a blue one just like this. So sexy. Ugh. So sexy. I just really been into this Target's lingerie sections and stuff like that. Like, whew, sexy. Get it sexy. I get it sexy. I get it. I get it. Get it sexy. Boy, you know this ass super fat. I ain't lying. Throwing that shit. I'm Miss Pharaoh. Okay, well, last time I was really into Sexy Red and listened to Sexy Red, I got pregnant. And fuck my baby dead. But yeah, I did. I started listening. I was like, why do I not listen to Sexy Red? That's why. Cause a bitch music get you pregnant. By your baby daddy. By your baby daddy. By your baby dad. You gonna get pregnant by your baby dad. Yeah. So today, you guys, I wanted to talk to you about attachment styles because we are, you know, in the throes of Stepdaddy season. Yeah. And so there are 4 different types of attachment styles, okay? And we're just going to get into it just because off of the conversation of last week and talking about different dating habits and making the same mistakes, fucking the same old type of niggas, even though we act like we have grown, evolved, healed. Okay, why is the healed version of me, why is the mature version of me, why is the spiritual version of me, why is the meditative version of me still fucking the same and going after the same type of niggas that the overtly obese version of me used to choose, the really insecure version of me used to choose, the version of me that I didn't even know me used to choose, the people pleasing version of me used to choose, and things like that, right? Like if I'm supposed to have all this self-respect that I done grew into from learning all the things, why is it that I am still making the same mistakes, even like a brand new person? Okay. And Spirit's like, please stop. Please fucking stop before it's too late. And I told y'all before, I said the last time I was out there, I had just got off the sidewalk. Like all I did was get out the house, walk down the street, hit the corner, took a step on the thing across the street, and I got pregnant. And I got off the street. Okay, knocked down, hit by a car. You know what I mean? So, in that time when I was doing so, I was really close to danger. Like I was tongue kissing danger. I was tongue kissing my life going completely south. What was that, baby? And so, yeah, sorry, y'all. I'm like, I'm hearing sounds and things, but I think it was the baby running into the door. Sounded like a car, but I guess it was her car. I'm sorry. I'm still learning how to adjust and listen and be able to talk and multitask with the baby's sounds, touches, and all the things. Like, I'm a person that when I work, I work. Like, I need undivided attention when I work. I like to be reclusive, give me like 4-hour break, and then I can sit and I can knock out a lot of paperwork. But getting up, sitting down, doing paperwork, and then going back and doing something else, and then coming back to do paperwork, like all those breaks is annoying to me. When I'm doing something mental, I like to stop, do it, focus on it. And so with the baby, that's not the case anymore. Like, I got to do everything without like laser focus, tunnel vision. I have to learn how to listen to her in my ear, feel her touching me while trying to also do work. So, and also watch her and make sure she's not into things while keeping on track. So it really does come off like I have way more ADHD, like I am really in the throes of ADHD, when it's just like I got a little smidge of it. And it's gotten worse as I gotten older because I'm not in a structured environment anymore, and I smoke a lot of pot. I smoke a lot of pot. Can I tell y'all something real quick about what happened today? So I went to go work out, right? And me and like was doing good. Like, I could tell, like, okay, like, wait till I put some ashwagandha and some bee water in my shit. Wait till I get back on my supplements. It's gonna be lit. I'm gonna be climbing that mountain. Okay, I'm trying to make that mountain my bitch. And so I have picked a mountain that I am climbing. I'm trying to get to the mountaintop, but right now all I could do is get to like the beginning part. I'm just like right there. Okay. And so this time, when the first time I did, I was like, oh my God, I was dying from the very beginning. I was dying before we even got to the place. And this time I walked to the place fine. I was like, okay. And then I got up there, I was like, okay. And then I was going to push myself up a little bit higher than where I stopped the last time. But then the baby had got up like a little bit inches up. But then the baby was like, she was like, baby, this is cute. What you got going on is cute, but I'm hungry. So whipped them titty out. So there was no seating area, so I had to go down a little further while nursing. Okay, I was nursing and going down a hill. And so I saw this pregnant black girl, and I was like, oh my God, kudos to you. You doing this while you pregnant, because she pregnant. And she was like, girl, I'm just trying to get this baby out. I'm trying to do whatever I can to get this baby out. I said, I know that's right. And she was like, look at you carrying a baby. So, love, right? Then I saw this big ass white lady. Real big, right? And she just had a baby. She just had a baby. Like the infant little, I don't even know. I didn't see the infant, but seeing that it was in a basket, I'm going to assume that she's probably like 2 months, 2 months, 3 at the most, but for sure like 2 months postpartum. And so her husband was taking the baby. This is a point, okay? The husband was going with the baby, and she was going. She was moving slow, so she smiled. I smiled. She said, "Take it slow, mama." But she kept going, whatever. But it's the truth. Like, take it slow, y'all. Like, at 2, like what I'm trying to do now, I'm just starting. What I'm doing, I just started. Like, Lilac's 11 months. Okay, she's 11 months. We started this at 10. You feel me? At 2 months, I was not thinking about hiking no motherfucking hill. And this brings me to, so then after her, so I walked down after her. This fucking white lady, she has her phone. She was on her phone. Then she went like this. Like, and the way she angled her phone, it was so weird. The way she was angling, you could tell she was sneak recording. I said, "You're not recording, are you?" And she kept walking. I said, "Okay, because I'll fuck you up. You recording my baby. Okay? Like, I will fuck you up. And I will take your phone and throw that shit so fucking far. And if I didn't throw it far because my pitching game is weak, I'm going to hop over that fence and I'm going to stomp your fucking phone. Your iPhone will be so cracked. Okay? Record my kid. You see what happened? People got to leave me alone. I'm already, okay? And I'm just a crazy lunatic when it comes to this little girl. I fight a bear with my bare teeth. On God. And it's so funny because I wasn't like this before. I was so meek and mild. And now I'm like, any bitch could get it. Any bitch. Okay? I went to my family's barbecue with a razor up under my titty, ready for them bitches just in case. Like, that's how I got that tool on me. That's where I'm at right now. Like, leave me alone. Why are you bothering me? Leave us alone. Because I wasn't bothering you. I don't bother nobody. That's why I react the way I be reacting, because I literally don't bother folks. Now, if I bother folks, all means. I don't bother folks. I don't talk about folks. I don't be in y'all business. My favorite content creator, she said, "Drink your water and mind your business, friend." I said, "Erica, I'm going to drink my bottle of water and mind my business." My cousin got me a Stanley just so that I can drink my water and mind my business, okay? That's all I'm doing. Drinking my water, minding my business. Okay? So, but this brings me, the big white lady brought me to this. Mom. Yeah, I did, baby. So the big ass white lady, just because the lady had gave me a look, and that's why I'm calling her a big ass, fat ass white lady. Old porcupine ass, having ass, fat ass, postpartum ass white lady. But she was big, her hubby was skinny, right? But the thing is, and I had made this comment in this joke, in my mommy diaries videos, and I told y'all, I said, I'm so glad I don't have a man. I told y'all, I was like, I'm so glad I don't have a man, because as stinky, as funky, and as big and unattractive I feel, I be damned if I'm trying to think about how to keep this nigga after going through all of that. And unfortunately, a lot of women get into postpartum and immediately they think I need to get to working to keep this nigga, to keep this man interested in me. Fuck that man. You just gave birth. Fuck that nigga. Fuck him. Fuck his mama. Fuck his eyeballs. Fuck his hormones. Fuck his penis. Fuck him. Your husband, your significant other, your baby daddy. I don't give a fuck who it is. If he is that selfish, if he is that heartless to think that you are unattractive after you done carried his seed, fuck him. And I say that with my chest. Fuck a man who is already hypersexualizing you and all the things, right? What the fuck? Fuck you. Fuck you. You want me to look good after a month giving you your kid? Fuck you. Fuck him if he can't wait those 6 weeks till your coochie heal. Fuck him. That's the least you can do, sir. I've been fucking and fucking and fucking you when my back has been hurting because I've been carrying this 6 pound, 7 ounces kid. And you gonna tell me you gonna get you a little skinny, gym ratted having ass bitch? Because you don't find me attractive? And the reason why I don't look and feel sexy and attractive is because of your motherfucking kids. Your kids, nigga. Fuck you. Fuck them. Fuck them. So aggressive, but fuck him. Say it again. Fuck that nigga. Fuck your baby dad. If he's gonna be like that, fuck you. How dare you? How fucking dare you? How dare? That lady just sacrificed and risked her whole life, her health, her teeth, her hair, her skin, her eyes, her nose, her ears. Shit, women become blind, pregnant, death. That's not death. What's death? Ear? Is you? Death. Okay. Mute. Right? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I'm gonna go to the side so I can watch Lolly as she climb up the mountains. Okay, so attachment styles. So there are 4 types of attachment styles. This is what's gonna go into my rant. So it's secure, is anxious, is avoidant, dismissive, and is avoidant, fearful. So with a secure attachment, you can trust fairly easy. It ain't shit to trust a nigga. But I think that that's a fallacy because just given the current climate of dating, I feel like, is it really easy to trust people in this climate? Even if you have a great secure attachment, it's still kind of like, So you can trust fairly easy. Is in tune to emotions. You're very in tune to emotions. You can communicate upset directly. It leads with cooperative and flexible behavior in relationships. I think I have secure attachments, but hey. Anyway, an anxious attachment will be someone who has a very sensitive nervous system. They struggle with communicating their needs directly. They tend to act out when triggered. And this also is like they'll try to do whatever they can to make their partner jealous. So those fuck ass men who feel like they are justifying their reasons of cheating and infidelity, those will be on the sides of a little bit of anxious, right? When it comes to just tending to act out when triggered. I know a nigga who acts out when he's triggered. And he's very anxious attached to me. Used to call me all the time, blowing me up. I'd be like, hey, let me call you right back. I'm about to take a shower. Hey, let me call you right back. I'm about to go to the gym. Get ready for the gym. No, stay on the phone with me. Stay on the phone with me. No, stay on the phone. Oh my God, no. No, can you wait? Oh my God, wait. Oh my God. La la. Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong way. Come back this way. There you go. You go see Brian. Go see Brian. Go to Brian. He up. Keep going. She loses steam. Keep going. Go say hi to Brian. Go say hi. He's in the room. Go ahead. Go say hi. Say hi, Brian. But now she moving fast because I'm say hi, Brian. You see Brian? Go say hi, Brian. Say hi, Brian. Brian, Lila can't go say hi to you. Go say hi, Brian. You tired? Okay. Mommy gonna be right here. Yeah, mommy's gonna be right here. Okay, so I see you. I see you. I see you, girl. My cutie pie. So no, I actually gotta go back to my iPad. Come on, baby. Let's go. I'll put you in your walker. Look at her running from me there. Come here, girl. I can't be in here and I got copyright. There's music playing. Say hi, Brian. Hi, Brian. You want something? Get Brian some juice or something. Hold on, you guys. I need to get my cousin something to drink. Whew. Let's get Brian something. Open. To be honest with you guys, right now, with my aunt's death, my mom's still in the hospital. She's in the ICU. It feels like I got two kids. It feels like I am raising two infants, you know, because my cousin is full blown retardation. So it's like, whew. And the baby talks more than he does, right? So the baby could express her needs more than my cousin. And so it's kind of like trying to figure out and guess what he needs, you know? But thankfully he could feed himself and shit like that. Like he could twist a cop tap off of a bottle and all the things. So let me stop talking before I get emotional. So avoidant dismissive is this person downplays importance of relationships, is usually extreme. Oh, look. Oh, I was like, I think I'm secure, and now I'm talking about avoidant dismissive. I think that's me. Downplays importance of relationships, is usually extremely self-reliant, can become more vulnerable when there is a big crisis. And then the last one is avoidant fearful. This is more dependent. This is what person is more dependent on relationships than avoidant dismissive. They strongly fear rejection, has high anxiety in relationships, and has a very low self-esteem. And so a lot of women, a lot of mommies have avoidant fearful attachment styles, and you don't really realize it because I don't know, you just don't hardly realize it. But if you are going against the grain, if you're going against your health, your wellness, your healing, just to keep this man because you fear that he will leave you for somebody else, because we hear all the horror stories of them cheating while you're pregnant and all these things. If you have that and you also is coupled with low self-esteem and he's an asshole too, you will feel pressure to do things that you shouldn't do. That lady should not have been climbing up that hill. Not this late, not this early in her postpartum journey. The pregnant woman, her ass too should not be going up that hill, especially the pregnant girl was by herself with a kid. That was too strenuous of a workout. Going to the Culver City stairs is too strenuous, especially when both of them could go just a little further with better parking to the Jefferson Park. They have a wooden slate thing that's still an incline, but is less invasive, right? And I can't really talk because I was 3 months postpartum trying to Instacart. I'm no better. I'm no better. But mine was centered around finances and fears and anxieties around my finances compared to you having fears and things around desirability and if you're desired by your significant other. And so if you have a fearful a fearful attachment, avoiding fearful attachment, you will put yourself into predicaments and situations that is just incredibly just too hard. Okay, too dangerous, two things, two of the two. Okay. I thought that was gonna show me. He's missing one because he had a good. Okay, so I like this. I'm just going to read it for you. So, people with a secure attachment style are comfortable discussing their feelings, showing affection, and display of a high level of self confidence. These people are capable of accepting just rejection and moving on, but also capable of being loyal and self-sacrificing. So I wade in the water between secure and avoidant because I could be avoidant dismissive because I value relationships and connections, I should say, friendships and things like that. But I used to have like a really secure thing, really just be hands on, really value my friendships, value the people. Like if I call you my friend, you my friend. Like whatever you need, I got you. I'm here. I will drop anything. I drop it a dime. I'm there. When my friends needed a place to stay, even though I wanted to be alone, I still allowed them to live with me rent free, right? Whatever they need, I'm always answering. They call at 12 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. in the morning, crying. I'm on the phone listening, right? However, I had to learn myself that while I may be a great friend, these motherfuckers wasn't a great friend to me. And that heartbreak within that, and really realizing like, wow, like y'all going to people, y'all talking about me, y'all laughing at my downfalls, y'all doing this, that, and the third, but I provide a space of vulnerability for you. It's fucked up, right? And so that has created, on top of just like the issues and stuff that I have dealt with family, I have developed an avoidant dismissive attitude over the last couple of years where I had downplayed the importance of relationships. I downplayed the importance of friends. I downplayed the importance of a union. And it really wasn't until I had a little shebang bang right here that it was like, okay, let me get it together. Let me, I got to see like, no, like friends is really important. Like I really want some good friends. I don't want some like low budget, messy, catty, petty friends. I want some bitches that I'm like, no, these my goons. If I'm in the hospital, they taking my baby. They taking her for a month. You know what I mean? Like I could trust you with her. I want people that I could trust with her. I want to be with somebody that I could trust them with her. I want to be able to be with a man that I could leave my baby with him and know that he ain't touching her. Knowing that he ain't abusing her sexually or physically, you know? You know how people be with people's kids. But in relationships, I am very avoidant dismissive. Like I be like, I don't really need a man like that. Like I'm good. Like I'm good. Fuck these niggas. But that's not the case. Like again, it took pregnancy for me to really understand the importance of men and where I need them in my life. So it's like, okay, I might not need you in this type of way. Like one thing I learned, okay, so a few years, so 2022, I was kind of like in this space where I didn't realize like I was more so in the energy of looking for a daddy than I was looking for a hubby, right? And I confused and conflated a dad and the role of a dad as the role of husband, right? I kind of, so when I had met Pimp Daddy, really, this is my favorite nigga. I swear, the pimp was my favorite nigga because the conversations we had was just real good. Just on some regular shit. Like, oh, so that's why he was like, can we be friends? And I'm like, no, not anymore because fuck you. But, his the thing that irritated me the most about him was that I could be having a conversation with him, just talking on some shit like, oh, like I'm thinking about doing this, da da da. Da. He always had like something to say. He always had like an instruction. He always had well, don't do this, or like, you need to watch out for that. You got to be careful with that. And so it was like in a role of a dad. And what I didn't realize was that I was in a role of a mother. So I really felt like, it was in a weird way, but I felt like we were mom and dad. Like I felt like we were just in the energy of mom and dad, but we were in the energy of mom and dad in a toxic way. We were trying to be mommy and daddy to each other, not mommy and daddy to some kids. You feel me? Like we were trying to be mommy and daddy. Like I was over there like, did you cry? How you feeling? Are you okay? And he's like, did you eat? Well, you need to eat. Don't be going all day without eating. Yeah. And you're thinking like, oh my God, he cares. He cares about me. But it's just that he is assuming the role of a father. So like we talked about how some of us might be like, okay, I care about this person, but caring about this person, I'm caring about them in this way, in this role of being their mother. Not a friend, not a bestie, not a lover, but their mother, right? And one thing I do know is that it takes the sexy out of the connection. It takes the sexy out of the relationship. Because he was so parental, I didn't want to send nudes. I wanted to be like, Dad, here's my report card. I didn't have a father growing up. And I thought that this archetype of what I thought a father was, kind of like that Bill Cosby, Frank from, really more so Frank from Moesha. I thought that was a husband. Like, oh, a husband is this type of man. And then I felt suffocated in the thought of a husband being that type of man. And I never just desired wanting to be in a relationship with that version and that type of a man, but I thought that was that's what I thought I had longed for. That's what I thought a father was. Right? I thought that Frank was, that's the role of the father. So I used to look at my stepdad like, nigga, get it together. But it wasn't my stepdad's place to father me. His intention wasn't really to be in my mama's life like that. His intention was for survival. And so it kind of made things wonky, right? But I was searching for those things in connections. And so that's why I allured a lot of more abusive men and controlling men. And that's why I'd be like, I don't want to be in a relationship. I feel trapped, right? Especially because I had dealt in my first serious relationship was with someone who was just an ass, okay? But that's neither here nor there. And so with secure people, so again, they accept rejection, they move on, but they're also capable of being loyal and self-sacrificing. They are trustworthy and capable of trusting others they are close to. Secure people are comfortable being themselves, talking about what is upsetting them, and won't worry about their partner leaving them. That is something that I still battle with too, especially in today's era of like I told you, Kevin Samuels, Shara Seven, all these different types of people we be listening, their content, we consume it and things like that. Kevin will be telling you aren't good enough. Baby, you're not a high value woman. You need to settle in life. You're fat. You're fat as fuck. He even said it in the thing when he talked to the girls. He was like, okay, well, what's your size? Okay, you should be less than 150 pounds because when you get pregnant, you're going to get big. And so he don't want you that big. Okay, so big on big is just too big, right? And so that's where this whole snapback culture stems from. The snapback culture stems from anxious attachment. My partner is going to leave me, so I must snap this pussy back. I must snap this fupa back. I must snap this apron belly back. I must snap this belly bump back, right? So many girls. I'm 6 weeks postpartum. I'm hitting the gym. You see the girls in the fucking gym at 9 months. I was not in the gym in 9 months. Now I was in the gym during pregnancy, but I was not. I was avoiding weights. Y'all remember I was road tripping, so I went to the gym to shower. But I also went to the gym to swim. So I did low impact exercising. I love a good low impact swimming, bike riding, things like that. Where are you going? So I was dealing with, doing that low impact bike riding. Is well, not pregnant. You don't want to bike ride when you're pregnant, but you know what I mean, like bike riding, things like that. That is not harsh on your limbs, on your core. That, but women want to do all this stuff, and it's like you really need to slow down. Like your body literally just stretched. The muscles were working way more during pregnancy than it has ever had when it came to working out, right? Like just chill. God damn, chill. Sit down. Fuck. Like God. Sit your ass down somewhere, girl. It ain't that deep. It ain't that. If he's leaving, he's a bitch. It's not your loss. It's his. Now you see who he is as a nigga. And it's up to you to accept it or not. He's a bitch. Okay, like I hate bitch ass men. I hate a bitch ass man. I hate a bitch ass punk ass crybaby having ass nigga. Ooh, hold on, my baby coming down. Hold on. Go be free. Secure people are comfortable being themselves. And so, like I said, all these contents is saying, hey, you need to be skinnier. You need to be lighter. You need to not wear this hair color. This is tacky. Kevin would tell me this is tacky. I ain't gonna get a high value man. He's really saying you ain't gonna get a man who's whitewashed. This is tacky. What I got on is tacky. I need to be, in sundresses, in heels all the time. I need to be in all these things, but I like what I like. And even though I'm changing things about myself, I like what I like. And so when we're in stepdaddy season, you might feel even more pressure to be and mold yourself a different way. Now, I am getting fit. I am getting back into health and wellness, but I don't give a fuck about a size. So look, I'm not really trying to be core abs. I'm not trying to do hit intervals. I'm not trying to do no high intensity workouts. No. I just want to walk up this incline just to get my booty a little okay, just get the booty a little the thighs a little more toned. My goal and my focus really are my thighs and not my gut. Y'all gonna get this gut. Y'all gonna get this big back. Okay? Y'all gonna get, hold on, this goddamn walker. Y'all gonna get this gut. Okay? You gonna get this gut. You'll get this flat booty. But I'm just trying to get the flat booty to be a little, okay? You gonna get this. But I just wanted to tone my thighs a little bit more so that I could wear some short skirts and some shorts. I kind of want to be a little more hoochie. To be honest, I thought I was going less hoochie. I want to go more. Okay, let's move it to the room so that Lilac could get out my arm since she doesn't want to be in a walker. Hold on, y'all. Again, if this isn't motherhood, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Okay, I got my Stanley. I got my baby. That was the only thing I wanted as a mom. I just felt like I didn't achieve motherhood until I got a Stanley. And my cousin came through and she provided. Shout out to a real ass bitch. Okay. Shout out to one real ass bitch to another. Okay, from one real bitch to another. Shout out to her. She understood the assignment. She knew I just needed some cold water to drink and something to share with the kid. I don't know where my straw is, but hey. Okay, girl. I don't need you crying. Here's my straw. I don't need you crying and all the things. Are you hungry? You want mommy to feed you? Hold on, I gotta get whip my titty out. I love you. I love you. Don't bite me either. I redid one half of my hair, one side of my head. The other side is not redone yet. I have stopped yesterday. I got tired. So, yes, in her defense, I should have gave her this boob a long time ago. She asked for it earlier, and I said, "Hold on, la, mommy gotta pee," and then I forgot. I had peed and I forgot. So that's probably why she has been so whiny. um. So secure, yeah. So they're not worried about their man leaving them, right? You know, we hear all this rhetoric. You could get a man, you need to keep a man. I told y'all the other day, I said, I don't know how. I ain't gonna ever teach you because I don't know. I don't know if I know. I don't know. I don't know if I know how to keep a man. I ain't never tried because I was very dismissive. I loved casual sex. And the reason why I loved the casual flings and things like that is because I really wanted a commitment. That's the thing. I have been wanting to be locked down and married probably when I was 16, child. Okay, like I've been ready to settle down since middle school. I've been dating niggas since middle school. Hell, since elementary. You know, I was a child bride for the church, honey. One time when I was a little kid, I was about 5. They had these like kid wedding, and I don't know why they had it. I don't know, but I was the bride. I was the chosen one to be the bride, and this other little boy was the groom, and that was my very first kiss. Was when I was 5. But I always was the little freaky deaky girl. I was one of those girls who was playing house, rated R. Okay, and had a good time. Okay, I grew up. I always was linking up with the freaky ones. There was no snitching in my corner. Not over there with me. That's how I be looking at these little girls when they be telling their mom, I'm like, ooh, ooh, because the way that I was with boys was crazy. Okay, I used to be getting my booty rubbed in jumpers. Okay, was just at my grandma's house getting dry humped. Okay, just dry humping and everything. The pastor's son, I used to dry hump because my grandma used to watch the pastor's son, and me and him used to just be making out, honey. And my grandma did never knew. Never. I don't know why. Just at grandma's house, I could get away with a whole lot. Okay, that's probably why I got pregnant. Because had it been at my mama's house, Lolly probably would not have been here. Okay, it's strict over there. Okay, it's a warden over there. But I was always like, we used to be up in her. I used to sneak the neighborhood kids, to the back where our because we had a duplex. So my grandma lived in the front, we lived in the back, and we had like a laundry room, and so I used to sneak the kids in the back over there, and we used to just be kissing and shit. So I wasn't an aggressor. I didn't be grabbing on kids and things like that. But if you initiate, I'm down. That's the same when it comes to lesbianism. If she initiates it, I'm down. But you're not gonna get me to initiate it, because you ain't gonna say nothing about me, girl. You ain't gonna say I'm a predator. You gotta come to me. You gotta touch me. All right, grab a titty or something. And even then, I need a conversation or something, girl. Do you want me? You want to try this with me? Cool. But all that little subliminal touching girls be doing, like, girls, you gay or you not? You trying to experiment or what? Cause I'm down either way it go. um. So yeah, and I'm a person. I have a high libido. Like I have an ex. Every time he looks at me, he looks at me in the face of fear. He's like, "You wild." Like, boy, boy, you just don't like girls. You like boys, boy. Boy, you like boys. Anyways, um. Secure people can offer support to their partner and tend to be more satisfied in their relationships. If you can see yourself clearly, stay grounded, and talk through difficult things in an open manner without shutting down or getting emotionally flooded, you probably have a secure attachment style. So, mostly, I have a secure attachment style. Once I'm in it, I'm good. It's just hard getting me to get to the point of, and it's really not hard for me. I think it's just sometimes you don't be having nothing coming through, and then when something coming through is something that is not what you want, so you're just kind of like, I'm a little horny. I could put, do I make you horny, baby? Is that your ego got me choking? Okay, where the niggas gonna play my games at? Where you at? Where you at? Yeah, play my pussy, but don't play with my emotions. Get it, girl. When I spend some cash, and maybe I'm just like, fuck yeah. Gonna shake this ass and do the shit in slow motion. I got a whole lot of cash in, baby. Okay. And that's really where it gets right is, can you have these open discussions? Now I'm really great at like open discussions, talking about what's wrong, why are you crying, you're so dramatic. And so um that's where it is. It's in the conversation. Like I remember one time I was having a conversation with one of my aunts, and I'm talking to her. I'm like, hey, like this is too much. Like I can't do this. I will stay here until we work out finding somebody who we could actually get to help, but it can't be me. She was so mad that she's yelling, she's slamming her hand on the table and stuff. I'm like, girl, let's just have this regular class conversation and get to the meat, of it. I have another aunt who is very emotionally explosive. Like, y'all be doing too much, right? I even think that's one of the reasons why my aunt died the other day, was because emotionally she was just too much erratic. She was too erratic and too much when it came to my grandma being sick. Remember, she came in like, she's dying, she's dead. And it's like, girl, she's breathing. She's just sleeping. And so it was a lot of things, right? But and I think that's what led to like a heart attack and things like that. And then boom, 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 died in her sleep. Which is why I'm really going ham and crazy about like trying to stop smoking for a moment right now, take a break from smoking, taking a break from junk food. I just want to, it's not even about being slim, trim, and things like that. This is literally about like, let me take care of my health and wellness, because every time a family member dies, they teach me a really big lesson within my life that is like, you need to change this. So death is transformation. So utilize and be and bask in the energy of death to transform. And so, yeah, you're grieving the loss of somebody, but you also need to grieve the loss of a version of you that needs to go. All right, it's time for a version of you that needs to go. And usually their death and what kills them is the thing that you struggle with. Like I had an aunt, she died. I mean, a cousin. My cousin had died of alcoholism. Alcoholism was something that I struggled with. And so when she left, Lala, I'm just trying to figure out why you just so whiny these last couple of days. Yeah, but you gotta sit down if you're gonna try to eat it. Okay, sit down. Sit down. There you go. Be safe. Okay, so let's see what our fortune says. You will learn the value of a kind word. Ooh, that's beautiful. Anyways, whatever. Fuck it. Y'all can't read it. It's not your fortune. That's why you can't read it. So um my cousin had died, and she died of alcoholism, and that was the big lesson for me. My uncle, when he had passed away, he died, and it was just for him with his life. He died from cancer, but with his life, he just told me to live it to the fullest. Make that bread, make the leap, do the jump, all the things, like get to the money, get your multiple streams of income. Like, I really had to talk to Mr. King of Pentacles. He was a King of Pentacles, okay? And he just gave real good game. I love that man. I miss him every day. Like, I be missing my peoples. So the next one, so people with more anxious attachment styles. Let me turn this way so I'm not looking so far away from the camera. People with anxious attachment styles have more trouble trusting people. They need constant reassurance and have trouble being alone. See, that ain't me. I definitely don't have no discomfort of being alone. Okay. These people are very insufferable in connections and relationships and all the things. You could tell when you're with somebody who fears being alone. That's why I don't accept a lot of men's offers to be their girlfriend, because a lot of them, it's because of the fear of being alone, not because they really want to be with me. Like, so you're feeling a void, and the dates with those men are so awkward, and it's so obvious that they have a fear of being alone because they have really no interest in getting to know you. They just want you around, and then they want to move the relationship so fast. It's like, you didn't even get to know anything about me. And then during the date, it's like this awkward silence because they're not asking you questions about you, but they're looking for you to be very entertaining, for you to be very larger than life, for you to be like, especially if they met you and you were like very like vivacious, like I'm very a personable person. So when I'm talking to you, meeting you, we could kiki ka, but I'm still going to be like in the corner over there. So when you go, if you see me in a corner, you'll come, you might sit down with me and we gonna talk, and as you know, we laughing, we shooting the shit. You felt like you knew me all your life. But I'm not going to be the loudest one in the room, right? Until I get more comfortable, then I'm very loud. Very loud. But they need constant reassurance. They need to constantly call. They need to constantly be texting. They need to constantly, where you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Right? It's, when you gonna see me? You gonna see me tonight? You gonna see me tonight? Can I come over tonight? Can you come? Can we FaceTime? Can we do this? Can we do that? It's too much. That energy comes. Oh, it comes when it comes. Like, when it comes, you feel it in your throat. Like, you feel like air is like trying to hit your throat. I don't know. I don't know why I said that, but it does. I visually see it. They often fall into unhealthy or even abusive relationships. Yes, I have a parent who is has an anxious attachment style. Like, my mom hates to be alone. I don't know what's worse, her in a relationship or her when she's single. She's safer in a relationship than she is single, but sometimes the men that she chooses is interesting. I think that the man that she chose this time is more fitting for her, but me and him just don't vibe. If that makes it, but he don't need a vibe with me. Like, that's y'all. Y'all stay over there. Y'all got your own thing. That's fine. We don't have to kiki and things like that. We keep it cordial. Hey, how you doing? And they've been together for a while now, so it's still very much, hey, how you doing? But that one is more fitting for her, and she love him down, and she don't play about him. And it's him, and then there's me. Okay. And it's somewhere in between. It's like, there go the baby. Here's the baby. There's me. There's him. All right. So, and that's fine. I'm very grateful that had happened, because it allowed us to separate our codependent relationship we had with each other. So, But these people often look to their partner to complete or to rescue them. Now, this is my baby daddy too. My baby daddy has an anxious attachment in the ways in which, like, he's one of those guys. He won't leave the next until he won't leave the previous until he finds the next. So even when I was talking to him, he was like, "Yeah, I got a girlfriend." And I mind you now, he had licked me from the rooter to the tutor by the time he told me this. He's like, "Yeah, I have a girlfriend, but I'm still like exploring my options and yada yada yada." I'm like, "Well, does she know that? Like, is that a mutual thing?" Or he's like, "Well, you know, she doesn't like it. She doesn't want that, but I do it." I'm like, "All right, so he a motherfucker. This is not a polyamorous relationship. This is a nigga. Okay." Anxious types have more trouble forgiving, trusting people, and maintaining relationships. Their behavioral can be overly emotional, erratic, and irrational. They are the ones who will complain about their partner and probably burst into tears while doing it. Yeah, they're going to complain about their partner 24/7, but they ain't leaving. Ain't never leaving. And then when they do finally leave, because it's usually probably the other person who left, they will then find another person who is the same archetype. Same archetype, different meat soup. A person with avoidant attachment styles are self-directed, independent, and sometimes uncomfortable with it. Now, there's anything. This is me. Okay, this is me. Is very uncomfortable with intimacy. I'm very uncomfortable with intimacy. I'm uncomfortable with you sitting close to me. I'm uncomfortable. You know, that's why I tend to go for the dudes with the casual. I thought she was eating a candle. With the casual flings, because they don't have to get into my business. Like, if I don't, there's nobody who met my family. Like, you can meet my mom, but if I'm bringing you around my grandma and my cousin, that's something that's like, yo, you in here, like, you in my circle, like, we in this thing, right? But if you meet my mama and my auntie, that's just them. But if you're meeting, you know, my real big key players, the people that I really don't play about, then yeah. But I don't even like my grandma touching me. Like, I didn't even realize how bad it was until I moved in here. My cousin, my baby cousin, he's very affectionate. He likes to hug and things. And so every day, every day he comes and he hugs me. And I'll just be like, "Please stop touching me." Like, I'm thinking in my head, like, "Please stop touching me." And I remember one time I was like about to be on my period. And I was like, "God damn, how much hugs do we gotta do?" Like, God, like, because it's just like, are you about to, like, you know, like, I just, it's just like, And so only time that I am okay and comfortable with touch and things like that is in a sexual manner. But when it comes to all of those things, I was very touch deprived. I really had a struggle with it. And really, the baby healed a lot of that because she touches me all day. Okay. All day. But I hate, like, my grandma sometimes will rub my thighs, she'll rub my legs and stuff like that, just being grandma. And I am just like, "Oh, please stop touching me. Please stop touching me. Please stop touching me." Like, you know what I mean? Like, please stop touching me. And the only time I'm really inviting when it comes to touch is when it is a sexual partner. And even then, like, honey, even then, it's still not, I'm not looking the nigga in the eye. I'm hardly touching on him, rubbing on him. Like, it's really kind of like, do the bitch like me? I do a lot. But physical touch is a little bit harder for me. Even with friends, I've had friends who were very affectionate and touchy feely and things like that. And sometimes I can mistake that for, "Bitch, you like me? You gay?" You know? And it could just be just genuine girls things. Like, girls get in the same bed together, and, you know, you'll get in the same bed with your best friend, and y'all watching TV, or y'all going to sleep, or y'all doing other things. Me, girl, get out of my bed. Get out of my bed. And why is you so close? So I have that very bad, right? So they often fear people are trying to control them and will distance themselves from their partner. Like I said, I have this bad. Like I keep telling you, like I fear when I think about relationships, I fear about control. I feel restrictive. I feel like, oh my God, like it's not that I want to sleep with everybody in my mind. I don't be sleeping with everybody. I don't even be fucking. But I just be feeling like I'm being controlled. I just feel like, and it's ironic that it's like you desire marriage, but marriage, all that contains marriage is all the things that you're very afraid of. So avoidants often design their life to avoid in a way to avoid too much intimate contact or commitment. These people prefer to keep to themselves. That's me. Do not like to talk about their feelings. I don't. And don't give their partners a chance to let them down. Now, I don't think I have that. I don't really have partners. Like for me, I think once I get into the relationship, like I said, once I get into the relationship, secure. But it's the getting me into the commitment that is the hard part, right? Like it's getting the person out the house. But once they out the house, they having a great time. But it's a whole ordeal to convince them to get out the house. And then once they're out the house, they're like, oh my God, I'm so glad I'm out the house. Oh my God. But when they're in the bed, it's like, go out. You want me to get dressed? Oh, I gotta shower. Oh, I gotta put makeup on. Oh, what would I wear? You know what I mean? But then once you out, once you dressed, once you smelling good, looking good, the lashes is flashing in there, you like, bitch, I'm here, I'm having a good ass time. Right? That's me. Yeah, so they prefer to talk to the self, let them their parent they don't give their partners a chance to let them down. These people often respond to intimacy by feeling anxious, hopeless, or distrustful. Then lastly, this is the anxious avoidant. These are the people who are not only afraid of commitment and intimacy, but they distrust and lash out emotionally at anyone who tries to get close to them. Now you're getting real close. I said real close. You're making it hard for me, baby. I don't know why you always lying. Why you always lying? Oh my God. Stop fucking lying. Cause you getting real close. I said real close. Anxious avoidants are low in confidence and less likely to express emotions, preferring to suppress them. They can have emotional outbursts when under stress. These people tend to find it very hard to be vulnerable with others. Now, sometimes I do snap a little. I feel like I could talk about my feelings. I could be like, you know what? Look, I didn't like that you did that. That was a little fucked up. Like, we could talk about it. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I could also peep game and just shut the fuck up and not say nothing. But it's really about arguments is when I shut down. Like if I mention something and you're now about to like do an argument and interrogative, like how, when, tell me when. Oh my God, you da da da. This I'm gonna shut down because obviously you're being ridiculous and I'm gonna walk away because now I'm not about to be arguing back and forth with. A lot of people think that they're great with communication because they like to argue. I'm not about to argue back and forth with you. I'm gonna walk away. And I might block you because this is ridiculous. Grow the fuck up. Right? But sometimes you might get a partner who has that. You know what I mean? You just never know with people. So it says, from a developmental perspective, inconsistent parenting in childhood makes it difficult to make sense of the parent's behavior. This is what leads to the issues with developing a secure attachment. A child doesn't understand why their parent is behaving in a certain manner. If a child lacks stability and cannot predict the future, then the child can't feel secure. Hence, why people who grew up in chaotic environments tend to struggle with attachment. Your attachment styles affects how we express ourselves, experience ourselves, and in turn, how we are in relationships. So, excuse me. So we are finishing up season 1 right? This is just a supplemental educational version of our season finales episode. And it brings everything back to full circle, right? That first 0 to 18 months of a baby's life, like I told you, it shapes everything. And so if they have, and this, like Lilac, hopefully she has a secure attachment, because she's like, mommy's here, mommy's gonna be there, da, 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 right? And some people think that a clingy Velcro baby is an insecure, anxious, avoidant, or whatever, but those aren't the case. That's just a baby being a baby. It's a baby learning trust. Those Velcro babies are usually the ones with the most secure attachment, because they have no problem saying like, hey, I want to be on you, right? And they won't have that issue when it comes to a relationship as well. It's going to be like, I will have to have a very patient partner. A very, very patient partner. I can't be with a man who is easily irate, very irritable, right? Because his irritability would be like him being irritated that I'm moving slow in the emotional part, right? I'm very logical. I'm very like, okay, my significant other has to work today. I'm not going to blow my significant other's phone up. But the fucked up part is, I probably won't even call them all together. And they're like, call me so I know that you miss me and that you wanted to talk to me. And I'm like, oh, but I thought you had to work today, so I'm not going to call you because you had to work. They're like, yeah, but I still would like for you to call. And you're just like, but you were at work. They're like, yeah, but I want to know that you wanted to talk to me. But it's like, but if I knew that you're busy, then why would I want to talk? Yeah, I want to talk to you, but I'm just not going to call. I'm going to wait till you call me after you get off work when you can talk. But they're like, but still, I don't mind. It'll be nice to have a little missed call from you. And you're like, okay. Like, you know what I mean? And so for me, it's just that I'm just so attached to myself. And I'm an only child. That's an added layer to it. I am an only child. I had a mother who had postpartum depression. My mom could not connect with me. She could not connect with me. You know, she was down and depressed. My grandma had to take me because my mom didn't even want to hold me a lot of times. You know what I mean? And so I learned the independence. I learned to not expect anybody to want to be around me. I don't expect any. In fact, in my head, people don't want to be around me, so I don't want to be around you. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like the avoidance is this dismissive avoidance is a protective factor. It's a protective barrier. Like, okay, well, shit, the people that I was fucking with, they ditched me and left me for other people, right? Like for me, I always think in my head, like I will be secure in the connection. I'll still be secure in a relationship. But once you have like a new friend or something, like let's use this as friendship. So like, let's say me and a friend, we're real close, cool, secure attachment. Like I'm not blowing them up thinking that they need to hang out with me every day. They're not doing the same thing. We have a very low maintenance friendship. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this girl. Me and this girl were friends. We were growing and developing in our friendship, right? And we were a group at first, but I had got really close to her. Not really, really close, but we got really close to where it was kind of like, it was kind of sort of a secure. It was just, I don't know how to label. I won't label it, but I also felt like it wasn't a reciprocal friendship, right? That's the reason for it ending. It wasn't reciprocal. It wasn't on both ends. The way she could rely on me, I couldn't rely on her, you know? I can't call her on my beck and call, my need, and trust that she will show up for me in the way in which I did for her. And so I thought on surface, I thought that us hardly like texting and things like we text and we talked throughout the week, but sometimes she won't respond. I'll be like, all right, it's fine, whatever. And then we'll link up and we'll have, go to eat and we'll have fun or whatever, and then we'll go on about our business. But we didn't have a super close friendship compared to the friend that I had before her, where we was anxious. It was like an anxious attachment, like all day talking, texting. If we're not texting, on the phone. If not on the phone, we're Instagramming. We got it. DM, feed. We got this. We got that. All the things, and that could come with a false sense of closeness, right? Because it's a person's fear of being alone. And so you realize, oh, I'm not the only one. Like, oh, this wasn't because we had a great bond. This is just because you're looking for different people. So if it's not me, you're going to find somebody else. And you see me as disposable, right? So my baby daddy would look at me as disposable. If it's not me, it's going to be another bitch. And then if it was me, it's still going to be another bitch, right? Because of the fear of being alone. But this girl, I thought it was cool. Like, cool. This is totally different from the other one, right? So it's like, okay, this is like, I could breathe. And it was great when I was in grad school, because it was like, this is not somebody who is demanding things from me. But then as time progressed and as I started to get older, I had other needs. Like I was like, okay, I want to expand more in the emotional sector. I want you to come over for dinner. I want to cook for my friends. I want to do this, that, and the third, and the things, right? But that's when you realize, oh, this, what I thought was like a secure, was actually, you don't really like me like that. You don't really fuck with me like that, but you coming for the gossip, the tea, whatever it is that you're coming for, right? To feel better, to get to dump, however it is that you want, right? Same with the anxious one. They're calling constantly to dump. They're calling constantly to talk your ear off, right? But it's not because they want you. They don't see you. They see you as a figure. And so it's just like, on to the next. So you be like, damn, right? And so I've had people where it was like, okay, we be friends, and then they meet a new person that they like, or like a friendship thing that they like, and then now they're acting funny. Now they're being distant. Now all of a sudden they don't really want to hang out, or things aren't as funny as they used to be, or whatever the case may be. And so they start switching up on you. And so I've had those situations in so many different forms, whether that was my mom when she's dating a new nigga, right? My mom, when a new nigga come around, she's googly eyed. She does not give a fuck about you, about y'all relationship, any things y'all used to do. She is all consuming of a nigga. And it isn't until they get out of that honeymoon phase, where she now is being irritable by the man, that she wants to come back to hanging out with you. And that's why I was like, because you're not going to be using me, right? I've had other girls do that. I have even my godmother, when she had got married, she had got her a nigga and got married. I didn't hear from her no more. Like, now all of a sudden it's like, well, communication goes both ways. You need to text me. You need to email me. You need to do this, that, and the third. But it was like, you're the adult. I'm in middle school. Why would you hold that to me? Just say you don't want a connection. Just say that. Like, you know what I mean? That's just a cowardly way of doing that. And then I didn't hear from her anymore. And everybody kind of makes it seem like I was the fucked up one because I'm not in contact with my godmother. But then it was like, okay, I called. You know what I mean? Like, I called, and when I called, it felt like she didn't really want to be on the phone with me. So it's like, I'm not going to be constantly be putting myself into these things with these people who don't want to be around me for whatever reason, whether that's jealousy, insecurities, just incompatibility, whatever it is, right? And it took a long time. It took for me to be comfortable with me and confidently just being alone, right? What does Sabrina Carleo say? I'm alone but not lonely, comfortably indulging, steadily evolving, right? I'm not the girl that I used to be. I am confidently lost. I don't need you to find me. You don't define me. Right? And so that's where I had gotten so comfortable with being myself, because it's like, okay, I'm not going to keep being disposable to people. And so that has now created this thing within these last 2 to 3 years where it's just like, I'm not even interested in a friend group. I'm not interested. I have way more attachment issues when it comes to friends and trust issues when it comes to friend groups than I do with a romantic connection. Like romance, I could kind of like foresee things. So I use my psychic gifts for romance now. Like it's kind of a little bit easier. But in friendships, I just be like, stay the fuck away from me. Like, y'all weird. Like, y'all not friends. Y'all weird. Y'all some weirdos. So, go on, toodaloo. You know? And so, these are just the things that I just want you to think about when it comes to looking for a step parent, looking for your significant other, expanding your family, blending your family. You have to make sure that you know your attachment style and knowing your parenting styles and your attachment styles and your connection with your kid to be able to find who is the suitable partner. Because if you have an anxiously attached man, they're going to be wanting you to talk all day, every day. And you're trying to spend time teaching this kid. You're spending time bonding with your child. But they too busy now they're competing with your child for your attention. And so now they see your child as their enemy because it's like, damn, I want your mommy. Why are you taking your mommy from me? And some niggas want to be the kid. Okay. So then they really look at like, you're taking me from my mommy. It's like, sir, I'm not your mama. He ain't my daddy. I'll be mama. So we have to be careful. We have to be in tune. We have to slow down, be patient, and prepare. Prepare yourself to be healthy. Prepare for yourself to be highly confident, right? So we might not feel confident after postpartum, but it's okay. Take time in this preparation for stepdaddy season. It isn't to be, oh, let me dress like a daddy so I could attract a nigga, a baller, a shakala, or anything like that. It's more of like, let me feel confident in myself. Let me start doing things that feels good. That's health and wellness, that I feel good in myself, that I feel centered, I feel confident, regardless of what shape my body is, regardless of the gaze, my body gazing, right? Let me just make sure I'm gonna still have this apron belly. This belly is not going flat. This belly is not getting abs. I have no desire of getting abs. I want a second child. Why would I want? Why the fuck would I have some abs if I want some when I want a second child? Right? And so again, my parenting style, how I parent, how I am, I plan on being soft and lovely and fluffy. I don't need a mean ass man coming into me and my kid's life, trying to abuse her, trying to abuse me, trying to do all the things. No. I don't need a man who is so anxiously attached that he's constantly calling me and trying to take my attention and focus away from her. This is the most highly developmental stage of her life. This is where I'm doing the most. I'm the gardener. I'm doing the most of turning the soil, fertilizing it, pulling out weeds, doing all the groundwork before I could plant seeds in her. Right? This is the groundwork of parenting for the first 5 years of her life. And so for me, the only reason why I'm even opening to a connection is because of my baby. It's because I want to have more kids, right? And it's kind of like now. But I don't want these casual flings. A lot of us think that if we get into these casual things, we're avoiding heartbreak. And the reality is we're actually staring heartbreak in the fucking face, because those casual flings just reiterate the fear that we have. I'm fucking on a man who don't give a fuck about me, who's mean, who's disrespectful. And you know what? This is the thing that I don't understand with you niggas. How is it that me giving you some pussy means that I want to be disrespected by you? How dare you? You done came over here bugging, being mean, doing all, bugging, being a bugaboo and all this stuff to get the box. And then now you over here acting so cocky and so arrogant. It's just so, like, all because I gave you some pussy. Like, sir, I didn't ask to marry you. I didn't ask you for no money. I didn't ask you for a date. I just wanted to fuck. But how does that conflate to you disrespecting me? Just say you don't like pussy. Just say you don't like women. I like men who do casual flings but isn't on the bullshit. Like, you don't gotta lie. You don't gotta just say what it is, and we could go from there. Cause that's fine. Stop trying to bite mommy. Stop trying to bite mommy. Okay? Stop. No. Stop. I don't make it better because she thinks it's fun. Okay. And so, you got to think about these things. You got to think about his attachment styles and things like that. Is he avoidant? Is he going to be, you don't want a stepfather that's avoidant. You don't want one that's heartless. You don't want one that can't even attach to your kiddo. The ones that be saying they can't love another man's child, those usually the ones who can't even love you, girl. He doesn't have heart. He doesn't have any heart. And why is it so locked in? Ugh, what is it? Your TT home. But that's it. That's the message.